Can McCaffrey do it again? It's the coach, and this is Madden 19 on EA Sports. Coming up, dual threat Christian McCaffrey. Fresh off a big game a week ago, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers as they get set to match up against the Miami Dolphins. I'll be back at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from Sunday's action. But for now, it's Monday Night Football. And to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Coach. From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Carolina Panthers and the Miami Dolphins. Hi, everyone. Brandon Godden, Charles Davis. Charles, you look at the Dolphins as they enter play in this one. They're off to a terrific start, unbeaten at 5-0 through the first month and change.
And you can hang a lot of this early success on their defense, too. They're the tone setters for these guys, and the entire team feeds off of what they do.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Panthers, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by the NFL's most valuable player from 2015. It's Cam Newton.
If you just break it down in individual terms, he played really well last week. 0 interceptions, 3 touchdown passes. Not a whole lot more he could have done to win that game. But you know something's funny when we talked to him. All he focused on were throws he missed, other opportunities that didn't get done.
Good sign of a leader.
Great sign of a leader because they didn't win, and that's all he cares about.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And he's got his target. That's more. And that one good for 16 yards and a first. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down. Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
The starters on the defensive side of the ball for Miami, they find themselves just a couple of spots outside of the top 10 defending the pass, number 12 in the league.
So I'm prepping for this game. I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And?
Too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
Newton now to throw. It's caught by Funchess. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
They didn't get the 1st down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the 1st. So here are the Dolphins now as they'll be backed up to start this first drive. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
And what I enjoyed watching this week when we had a chance to watch them at practice, the easy camaraderie that he has with his offense.
A lot of respect.
A lot of respect, and frankly, I thought it spilled over to the defense. The defensive guys were coming over and teasing and joking with him. You can tell they respect the heck out of him and really want to play well for him.
Now Saquon Barkley pushing through the contact. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Off the play fake. Cummings. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Tack McKinley in there to sack him for a loss of 6. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Telvin Smith in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Ready? 180.
A shotgun snap for Newton. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a 1st down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And they work this well upfield across the 45. They got 29 yards that time.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the 1st quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep. Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace. One of the things you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of the guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident and keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
And the starting crew defensively for Carolina.
A force off the edge is Ryan Kerrigan, who's had 24 sacks in the last 2 seasons alone, and that's second only to Chandler Jones over that span. Not only does he get to the quarterback, he knows how to strip the ball away from him as well. And that was something he did particularly well when he was at Purdue. Noted for forcing fumbles, for takeaways, he's carried that over quite well in the NFL.
Good one, able to haul it in. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Well, that'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another first down on the pickup of 5 yards. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield. At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense...
He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Julio Jones, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are going to take a first-quarter lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now a first carry for T.J. Yeldon. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. So we played 1 quarter here on a Monday night. It's a close game here early on. And we'll be back to South Florida after this. They've got a 2nd down and 8 to start things out. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Newton now on 2nd down. And his throw is going to be incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Newton finding Funchess for the Panther first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Newton. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completion.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
They're just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out that heavy package. Almost like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A good pickup there of 20 yards. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it, it seems almost effortless.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the 1st. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult...
And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Tajay Sharp, his first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. Extra point right down the middle. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
This will be taken in at the 1.
That return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And some room to maneuver. And now running right through it. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A big run there, 29 yards and a 1st.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
This is caught. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
They were looking to throw, still holding the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out of the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal.
Now we got to score a TD.
From the gun, Cummings. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Dolphins are in for 6.
This is similar to baseball where you walk the leadoff hitter and you don't expect him to come around and score. Almost impossible. Anytime a defense has to defend a short field, you usually end up seeing the result we saw, giving up points.
He's returnable pretty good. Well, no, like
high
risk.
Point, and that makes the score 14-7.
No, bro.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this
I'm going to make sure that I'm going to start all my backups before the game I play you.
Carolina getting set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that
I don't
again.
burst face.
And when you start plotting for this
No, I don't
drive,
burst face
when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that...
I
do?
And down he goes. Telvin Smith. He's the one to get him. And
I was like, I'm pretty sure I would know about it, dude, but okay.
Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you. You change the blocking schemes.
Jalen Ramsey with that big-ass hit.
The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted. Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Newton to throw, and he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. McCaffrey lost
user
it, and
too.
the Dolphins have got it.
Andrew, look what I just did.
Anything to make of this, or just a bad stretch? Because he had the 2 fumbles he lost last week, and now a 3rd.
It's a bad stretch, but it's one that he has to make sure he overcomes. This isn't on anyone else but him. Taking care of the ball, tucking it away, keeping it high and tight, all the while doing that and not slowing down his running and his ability to move the ball forward.
He dumps it off to Barkley. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Only a yard in the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Cummings under pressure now, and he's going to go
Cummings.
down. Sacked back around the 8.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
You know what that reminded me of?
Now let's go.
1 inch.
From the gun on 3rd down. Cummings eluding the pressure right. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
I liked his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first. And he takes it into the end zone.
Just don't lose by inches again.
Touchdown. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Dolphins
Yeah, but like,
onto their
would you rather
lead.
lose or lose by inches again?
So they went for it from the 1 on 4th and goal, and they got it done.
Is this the new NFL?
Like, save the team does lose. Would you rather lose by like a touchdown or 2, or would you rather lose a game by inches?
Season and even during the season, lobbying their coaches to go for it more on 4th down. Let's go get it. Because nowadays, you've got to score points to win games in the NFL. You can't just rely on your defense to hold them.
I think the quarterbacks want to eliminate field goals.
You're just asking to hurt
probably.
yourself.
Well, listen, they have enough confidence in themselves that they can call plays and make plays.
You're like a white bitch. You're like a white bitch. You know what's wrong, but you still go for
Now
it.
contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Defense.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's
But that's
an
too much to
anticipation game
ask for,
them,
Andrew.
but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
McCaffrey following the penalty. And a decent
Make a
gain
fumble
there
again.
as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Give him 5 yards there, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Why is my defense not picking
Coming
up
up at the half, a
balls?
reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. To throw is Newton. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one goes for 24 yards.
But there is a gay player on the
That was a beautifully
Raiders.
executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
Back to throw, Newton. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
Yo, what is that?
They hold him to only
Madden
2
is
there on
bugging.
the
What
screen
is
and
that?
2nd down. The Panthers got to go quickly. They're moving with a sense of urgency right now. Newton now to throw. And a big one.
This is not Washington.
He's taken down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight, He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we?
Yo, what the fuck? Did they blitz?
Get there and take him down. Darren Lee in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget.
Detroit! Detroit!
To throw on second down. Cummings. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. Now it brings up third down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
I can make it a first down.
Fine, good one here on the right side. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead.
Why?
As the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
Here we go now.
Throwing on first down. Cummings. The left side completion to Jones. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Cummings.
Can't guard the rookie, man. Can't guard that rookie.
And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
You're not guarding my rookie.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5.
Oh, no.
6-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
Damn.
So the two teams, the second half.
I thought I had another timeout.
For Week 7, second half. Let's do it.
No, I wasn't paying attention.
The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels
because they can't guard Tampa too.
Call their plays accordingly.
Look what I just did right there.
What you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win.
Oh yeah, I should probably switch out my quarterback.
With another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, the team right there on the break, aren't they?
They'll get bored playing.
Looking to throw. Cummings looking downfield for Jones.
Holy Jesus!
Touchdown, Miami. Julio Jones with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there.
Yo, that was mad far. You saw that?
That 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents, and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25.
Like I like
so Newton and the Panthers come up.
I like a dual. I like a
dual
threat.
At their own 25-yard line. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey, and he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Whoa.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard.
Bro, my team is about to kill this running back.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better
My team is
job
about
in
to
the
kill
run
this
game.
guy's running
Caught
back.
behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Now whistles. Flag down, and I believe one of the Panthers got moving early.
False start, offense.
So that'll back them up 5.
They still have Christian McCaffrey.
Certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long.
Yeah, like, I mean, I went for Saquon Barkley.
And it's Newton. Being chased out left. He may try and run for this. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15, and it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. They had the double-digit lead at halftime, and they have continued to roll. They're hard to stop right now.
I think what we're seeing is an example of a team.
They even do that in real life too. What am I talking about?
And whatever the adjustments are the defense has made.
In real life, all the good running backs go undrafted.
They either anticipated them or they've been so far ahead that they just can't catch up.
Now it's just a search to add to the lead.
I can't name a running back that got drafted.
The last thing you want to do is hang one up there and put it in jeopardy and possibly get it intercepted. Get a nice lead, you should be able to protect it.
Talking about this season.
With the football, look out.
A Miami 1st down, that one going for a gain of 11.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting
I'm
past the
talking
point of
about
attack,
in real life.
and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys.
Oh wait, didn't OU's running back get drafted?
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go. Trying for the tight end. Intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Funchess is free. The 20. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. A fantastic connection that time. Newton to Funchess. 58 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They'll run with McCaffrey, and he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And thanks to the interception, the Panthers offense...
Here, hold up. How many? Okay, 3 touchdowns and 2 interceptions, right? Let's see. So I got. Where do I see?
Player stats if you check that. What'd you hit? LB or RB? I can't believe you didn't know that.
Passing. Okay.
Oh my god.
Cashes in with 6. Point after, right down the middle. And that cuts the lead to 28-14.
Okay, maybe one more drive.
Dixon out to kick it off. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. So now here come the Dolphins. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, ah!
He's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit.
No way.
They've got them frustrated right now.
Touchdown, Carolina.
Okay.
A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And thanks to
I
the
don't want it to be
interception, the
interesting.
Panthers offense cashes in with 6.
Okay, I'll do one more drive with
Everybody likes to see the
Cummings.
long ball thrown, but when you
And
throw
if
it
he
underneath and
throws
you see someone
another
catch the ball,
interception, I am
secure it,
I'm
make
starting
their
Russell
move,
Wilson after
and then
this.
turn it into bigger plays, that's a lot of fun to watch as well.
This fielded at the 2. Gets past one man. Then he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Fuck.
And now let's discuss Julio Jones. He's having a day here in quarter number 3. Over 100 yards, couple touchdowns. Every receiver's hope for when they head into that game in the National Football League.
And his team is loving what he's giving them. Of course, the yardage is terrific, but I think it's what you mentioned, the 2 touchdowns. That's the big one because he's paying off his results downfield.
And still more time here. 3rd quarter, we'll see what else he has in store for us.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
A gain of 32 that time. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you. And
No.
I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. And he is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there.
This is your time to
brings
prove.
up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone.
Oh my God, bro.
4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Wait, strange
Doesn't matter what you're rooting
tricep?
for in this game. The effort of the man with the football,
I don't like.
getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage. I really liked what he did there.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Cummings. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
From the gun on 3rd down. Cummings. And that is incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here.
Fuck that. We don't go for field goals out here.
Especially tough in the middle 3rd of the field where he threw that one.
Yes, sir.
On 4th down, Cummings. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. In for the score. And the Dolphins head on to their lead.
I'm telling you, bro, we don't go for fours.
Whatever happened to
We don't go for field goals.
taking time to adjust to life in the NFL because this guy looks like he's been doing it for about, 7 years? 4 touchdown passes? That's not something rookies are supposed to be
that
doing.
failed. I
with
would have been
ease
serious.
in which he's doing it.
Extra point good by Gostkowski. And the lead now up to 14.
All right, Cummings, I love you. But, Russell Wilson, I don't want him leaving my team because, he's not getting PT. So I got to put Russell Wilson and make him look like a champ out there.
Carolina getting set to take the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field. An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
But it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have the center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one will go down as 33 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference.
Funchess is free. Touchdown, Carolina. Devin Funchess, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers have got it back to a 1-score game. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Then the Dolphins getting set to go here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting back
come on, Henry.
Why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
You want? Nah, not anymore. I was going to go to gym, but it's mad late.
Miami. It's Dolphin football. It's also Dolphin lead to begin quarter number 4. On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game.
Oh, you should have just kept on running. Wait, possession means you just...
gain of 31 on 3rd down.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around to make a play on the football.
They go play action now. Wilson. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Dontari Poe in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Deep ball for Goodwin. This is caught. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A big play there. 46 yards. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead.
Yep.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team
you
on
love
their
the rookie.
back, I think we're talking about a
You love that
guy
rookie.
who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. Truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Fielded about a yard deep. He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field. I'm not sure what this is about.
What overall?
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at
Automatic
all.
first
Now
down.
your discipline comes into question.
Suck my dick.
Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Excellent field position after the face mask penalty. 1st and 10 out near midfield. From the gun, here's Newton.
Which one though? The one from Ben Roethlisberger was from, or Miami
yards
U?
on the first down completion. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
On 2nd down, here's Newton. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
And he was able to shed the
Who is that guy?
The reserves come in for the stop. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling.
Myles Garrett,
Tackle
come
him
on.
after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
To throw on 3rd down, Newton. And this is going to be incomplete.
Yeah, go for the field goal.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And no, it's incomplete. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
I mean, he was talking about how he
They're
wanted
a little
him.
bit discouraged here. They can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover.
Shotgun.
2nd and 10 now, Wilson.
Oh, I forced that. Oh,
Incomplete
shit.
there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Then he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins.
Because it's DeAndre Hopkins, baby.
Now on the year. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge?
That's because I'm not playing as the rookie.
Like but the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried
So you
about
bitch ass
playoff
up.
positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need
You
enough points
bitch
in
ass
case
up,
there's a
nigga.
tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And the Panthers coming out now. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And he gets it to Funches complete. He's at the 40, past the 20, 10, touchdown, Carolina. Devin Funches, his second touchdown of the night. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer. He has his 2 scores, but still a sizable deficit in this game.
What?
Do you have him in fantasy football this week?
Unfortunately, no.
It's too
I play
bad,
them next
right?
year
That
in like
would've
real
been
life.
big points, but he is really trying to rally his team as best he can. Things are not going as well the rest of the way for them. That's why they're down with this deficit. He might need to score a couple of more times to give them a chance.
Now to return it, here's Kenyon Drake. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27.
I have the play face on.
Out comes the Miami
We still haven't. We're still not friends yet, but he still keeps on playing his game. Like we're not cool yet, but he still keeps on playing his game. So imagine what our game is gonna be like.
On their last pair of drives.
We still have
2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after him right here. I want to put this bad boy away.
We still got to play each other, and we still have beef with each other.
All the momentum on their side. Go ahead and take your dagger shots and try and finish this one off.
I disagree vehemently. I say run the football. You've got the lead.
Well, let's watch it and find out who's right.
Touch me,
He's going to loft one deep left side here.
What are you?
So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third. Despite the lead here in the fourth, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they
bounces on
got
their head.
themselves a first down. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball through, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you.
I'm sorry, but you're not
situation
Saquon, okay?
Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practice.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Tack McKinley in there to drop him for his second sack now here tonight.
I know why I'm getting sacked, because I just remembered. My freaking right tackle is
injured. To figure
injured.
this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Caught left side Hopkins. And he's going to get this deep on a Carolina side of the field. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up the first and goal. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the...
And he's going to ball his way into the end zone for the Dolphins score. Derrick Henry, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. For them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway,
in my game.
And
now he's a backup.
Anyone can stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming.
Saquon Barkley,
we got no shot to beat this team.
Kansas City is damn.
Carolina getting set to take the field.
They're
and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Time for a break. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To throw on second down is Newton. And it's a
Texans are
short one
undefeated.
here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be taken
Ow.
down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Here's Newton. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And past the 35, he'll be
Oh my
dropped
God,
a
that was a
yard
good
or two
hit, too.
shy of the 30. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Yeah.
Now Newton on first down. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. To throw on second down, Newton. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout.
I mean,
As it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. 3rd and long, it's Newton. He's going to let it fly. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And out come the Dolphins now. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner, and just think about how good that feels because every team has a goal when they start the year.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. K1 short. In there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line.
Time to get on.
And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
How many
They'll bring
games
it
has he
down right
played?
around the
Like,
13.
he played.
Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Matt Hawk now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a
Damn, 3
different
picks
flow.
away.
So for Miami, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0.
Sadly.